Hi, YouTubers. How are you guys? I just want to share a story with you guys. I'm just gonna start a small business which I want to learn how to sew, and I just bought a sewing machine. I bought some materials. Then all the stuff that I'm gonna learn, I'll learn from YouTube. And then I'll also ask some people who are very good in what they do to show me how to go about it. So I want to show you the machine that I bought. I bought this machine from Cash Crusader, and it's a fabish machine, and it's a good one, second-hand one. I just learned some functions of how to operate it. I think you can see close. It has got different types of stitching styles, and everything is okay. Then I just have to buy a few things to get started. So this is my small investment. I invested just 2,000 to make sure that I buy the machine and the material. I bought the fabrics. So right now, the other thing that I'm gonna do, especially because I need to put down all the costs, whatever I spent in terms of transport, and also the expenses of the equipment that I just bought. I need to buy cotton, all the stuff that is needed to get started with. So wait and see. You will see my first design, which will be something that I will be also advertising on our website from DICL Foundation. We will actually advertise the t-shirts and so on and so forth. So I'm getting started. I'm gonna do it. This is a DIY job. Do it yourself. And I believe that I'm gonna become the best. Oh, I just wanted you to see my daughter. Come here. Deborah is gonna help me to do all the work and to do the cutting. Greet everybody there. Say hi. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
This is Deborah. She helps me a lot where we do community work together, and we are gonna learn how to sew together. I'll teach her, then we become fashion designers. Of course, my wife will also join me. She's some kind of busy, but she will join me as we go by. So this is the little story that I wanted to share with you. Deborah, go and sit now. Gotta watch TV. Just wanna finish my talk. Yes, so from here, the next thing that I'll do is I'll make sure that I have a book and record every expense. Whatever I used to buy, all that is needed, like cotton and needles and all that, I will have to put in. Then I'll determine, now I'll look at the market and determine which item goes faster. And if I do that, I'm just gonna do samples, maybe 3 samples, and try to advertise them. Then when I find market, people are interested in designing their t-shirts or their shirts and trousers and whatever they need, then I'll be able to actually get an order and process an order. Of course, I'm going to have a receipt book. So if you are like me, you want to get started with the tailoring business, which is a fashion designing business, we start small. You see, the machine that I bought cannot be conducive for commercial production, but it can afford. It's a domestic machine. I can sew a few stuff, a few clothes. It has got good stitches, different styles. So this is why I went for this machine, which is a very good one. And I will definitely achieve. Watch me as I go by. So once you have that, put aside, make sure you put aside a record keeping book, the expenses. Don't forget in your record keeping to put the expenses, money coming in, money going out. So the money going out is called expenses. The money coming in is your income. So you have to make sure that you write all the money that is going out, the money that is coming in, and If you want to, you can put it weekly. Whatever sales you make, you put the total price and you subtract the money that came in and the money that went out. For instance, when I look at the budget, the money that I'll say, obviously I'll spend something like 3,000 rands to, that's my markup, or let me say my capital to start with the business. Then when I start determining, I will look at the market research and make sure that I see that the price that I'm gonna sell each item will give me a markup, and that markup will be the profit that I'll make. I'll actually, from the whole amount, I will subtract the money that I spent from each item, and I remain with the profit. And from there, I'll make a budget to grow this business. I will actually target the embroidery machine, and that will help me now to embroider on my t-shirts, my shirts, whatever item I get, without spending more money to go to somebody who's got an embroidery machine. And from there now we'll target the industrial sewing machine, and maybe as we grow we'll get 2 or 3 machines. So it's better to get started with something. And now the other thing you should know is the place of operation. I've chosen to do this job in my house. In my house here, this is the house. You can see there's a TV there. Everything is going on. I've got my files there where I do all my record keeping and stuff. And so we're starting from home is the best, because when you do this, you will not spend on rent, which means you cut on costs. And I know our shops are just nearby here. I need to walk and buy whatever I want to buy. There's some shops where there's some sort of material that I would need, and also in town where I can only spend maybe 30 rand to go and come back, which I should record. So in business, you record every expense. Small amounts that you spend on chips and whatever you buy for your kids, you have to record. And in this book, we need to, okay, let me say, as for record keeping, you need to have 3 books, 3 booklets. You can buy exercise books, small books, where you can do business expenses, income and whatsoever. And there is also family expenses and also personal expenses. If you separate all these things very nicely, you will be able to know where your money goes. Because sometimes we do things without actually determining where our money goes and which one is taking the money too much. If it's your talk time, your air time, then you try to budget for each month how much are you going to be using for air time. If it is transport, make sure you budget. If it is food for work and everything that you do, make sure you budget. Let me say the last thing that I work, and this job will be my part-time job. So whenever I have time, I have to get orders. The good thing about this job is that you don't just do any products. It's not that food business where you buy food and then maybe it can even go wrong and rotten and stuff like that. But this one is you have to rely on orders. The biggest job that I'm going to do is marketing in order for me to get customers. Marketing using social media, other platforms, word of mouth, and so on and so forth. So may God bless you. May God bless you. I'll continue explaining as I watch what this machine can do. If you can see, I've put that number, that the letter T, and that's the kind of stitches the machine is doing. You can watch nicely. You can see the machine going to the left and comes to the right. Yeah, then I can also change. If I want, I can put it on ARA. ARA, you see the kind of stitches. Those are the kind of stitches. Let's try now. You see how it goes. You make it faster. would wonder what is happening. Where am I touching? There is something down here. As you can see, when I step on it, the machine will start rolling. Yeah, so I'm learning. I'll learn all the stuff, how to adjust and put everything. You all need to start small and grow big. Yes, we'll give you update as we progress, and this is in your one and only David Irraddy Chongwe giving you an update. We are the DICL Foundation, a non-profit organization, and we should be examples in everything. So men and women out there who are not doing anything, I encourage you to start something with a small amount of money. 500 Rand, you can start a small business like food business, selling foods, cooking and selling food. It could be maybe 1,000 Rand, anything. Try to get started with something. And I believe that you can do it. I believe in you. I believe you can do it. So don't sit down, don't be stressed. Maybe you've been disappointed, maybe you've been left out. You can go look for a piece job and work for somebody, gather some money, start lay-by. Like for instance, this machine I showed you, you can lay-by for 3 months. So I'm privileged to have money to buy it cash. But some of you can lay-by the machine so that you can finish it in 3 months. And I believe that if you write down your vision and show to some people, they will give you support. May God bless you. Have a good day and enjoy your day.